Here we are with the Exponent Monster on page 8. We'll see how quickly we can get this one done. Here are the majority of ones that you will need for this. I would recommend memorizing these, but if you don't have memorized, here's the chart, and it's at the top of the Exponent Monster, so you'll know how to use it. Alright, 6 to the negative 3 power, that's 6 cubed on the bottom, so that's 1 over 216. 169 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is 1. 3 to the negative 4 power, 3 to the 4th is 81, and it's on the bottom because of the negative exponent, 1 over 81. 32 to the 3/5 power, so 32 to the 5th root is 2. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. 4 to the negative 3rd power, that's 4 to the 3rd on the bottom, that's 1/64. 2 to the negative 7th power, 2 to the 7th is 128. Negative flips it on the bottom, so that's 1 over 128. 256 to the 1/4 power. 256, 4th root will give us 4. 5 to the negative 3 power, that's 5 to the 3rd on the bottom. 125. 256 to the 7/8 power, that's 8th root is 2 to the 7th power is 128. 625, 4th root is 5 cubed is 125. 256 to the 1/2 power, that is 16, that's right up here. 256 to the 1/2 power. 2 to the negative 4th power, that's 1 over 16. 243 to the 2/5 power. 243, 5th root is 3, squared is 9. 729, cube root is 9, squared is 81. 49 to the 1/2 power is 7. 27 to the 0 is 1. 121 to the 1/2 power is 11. On the bottom, that's 1 over 11. 64 to the 1/6, 64 to the 6th root is 2 on the bottom, that's 1/2. 243 to the 4/5 power, 5th root is 3, 4th power is 81, but there's no negative exponents, so we're just a normal number. 64 to the 1/3 power is 4. 125 to the negative 1/3 power, that's 1 over, and then cube root of 125. Cubes are up here. 125 cube root is 5. 125 to the 0 power, that is 1. 8 to the negative 2/3, that's 1 over 4. That will be cube root of 27 is 3, squared is 9. 2 to the negative 2 power, that's 1 over 2 squared, which is 4. 125, cube root is 5, squared is 25. 32 to the 1/5 power, that's the 5th root of 32 is 2. 216 to the 1/3 is 6. 625, 4th root of that is 5. Negative exponent puts it on the bottom. 343 to the negative 1/3. Cube root of 343 is 7 on the bottom for a negative exponent. It's 1 over 25. Square root of 169, we left that one up here, is 13. 512, cube root of 512 is 8, square root is 64, negative exponent puts it on the bottom. 6 to the negative 2 power, that's 1 over 6 squared, which is 36. 625 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is 1. 4th root of 16 is 2, cubed is 8, negative is on the bottom. 343, cube root is 7, squared is 49. 5th root of 32 is 2, squared is 4, negative puts it on the bottom. 128 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is 1. 256, 8th root is 2, 5th power is 32. 9, square root is 3, on the bottom, it's 1/3. 81, 4th root is 3, cubed is 27. 2 to the negative 3 power, that is 1 over 8. 64 to the 5/6 power. 6th root of 64 is 2, to the 5th power is 32. 4th root of 16 is 2. 4th root of 81 is 3. Put it on the bottom because of the negative exponent. 216, cube root is 6. Squared is 36 on the bottom. 3 cubed is 27 on the bottom. 8, cube root of that is 2. 243, 5th root is 3. Cubed is 27 on the bottom. 128, 7th root of that is 2. Squared is 4. 3 squared is 9 on the bottom. 36, square root of that is 6 on the bottom. 128, seventh root of that is 2. Cubed is 8, and that's going to be a fraction. 2 to the 0 is 1. Last column, 128, seventh root of that is 2 to the 5th power is 32. 729, cube root is 9 on the bottom, that's a 1/9. 256, fourth root of that is, better look at that, 256, fourth root is 4, cubed is 64, put it on the bottom. 4 squared is 16 on the bottom. 32, fifth root of that is 2 to the 4th power is 16, and that's a negative exponent. 512, cube root, that is just 8. 4 to the 4th power is 256, and that's on the bottom, 1 over 256, tiny little number. 625 to the negative 1/2, so square root that, and you get 25, and it's a denominator. 64, cube root is 4, squared is 16, and that's on the bottom. 27 to the negative 1/3 power, cube root of 27 is 3, and that's a negative exponent. And 243, fifth root is 3, and it's on the bottom.